You've heard the line before, I see dead people. That line changed movie history.
I see dead people.
But what if I told you the real story behind The Sixth Sense is even weirder than the movie? From haunted sets to real-life chills, this film was full of things no one could explain. Number 1. When M. Night Shyamalan first came up with the idea for The Sixth Sense, it wasn't during a nightmare or ghost story binge. It happened at a funeral. He saw a little boy quietly talking to someone when no one else was around, and it made him wonder, what if that kid was really seeing someone invisible? That single eerie moment became the seed for one of the most iconic supernatural movies ever made. A film literally born from a real-life ghostly encounter. Shyamalan later said that it stuck with him for years, that strange mix of innocence and fear, until it finally demanded to become a story. Sometimes, the best horror begins in silence. Number 2. Now here's something that'll change the way you watch the movie forever. The color red. Every time you see it, the red balloon, the red doorknob, the red sweater, it means something supernatural is happening. Shyamalan used red as a visual code for the presence of the dead. Once you know it, the whole film becomes a hidden pattern of warnings. Creepy, right? What's even cooler is that the color never appears by accident. Not in clothes, not in props, not even in street signs. It's his secret language to the audience. Every pop of red is like the film whispering, "They're here." Number 3. Toni Collette, who played Cole's mom, was completely bald during filming. She had shaved her head for another project, and for The Sixth Sense, the crew gave her a realistic wig. But she said that the wig actually helped her emotionally connect to the role. It made her feel like she was putting on someone else's life. Considering her character's quiet pain and loneliness, that's almost poetic, and a little eerie. Collette later admitted that it helped her mask her own emotions, making her performance more raw and vulnerable. It's a small detail, but it gave her the emotional distance to truly become Lynn Sear. Number 4. Remember those scenes where the air turns icy cold and you can see the character's breath? That wasn't CGI. The production team literally froze the set. They pumped freezing air into the room so the breath would appear natural on camera. Haley Joel Osment said he had to warm his hands between takes because it got painfully cold. So when he looks terrified and shivering, that's not acting. That's just survival. The crew even had to limit filming time because the cameras began fogging up. The real discomfort added a layer of authenticity. You can feel the chill run through the screen. Number 5. Toni Collette said that while she was shooting in Philadelphia, she kept waking up at the same times. 1:11, 3:33, 4:44, over and over again. She was so freaked out that she started covering the hotel clock at night. And Misha Barton, the girl who played the ghost under the bed, swore the house they filmed in felt haunted. Doors creaked, cold spots appeared out of nowhere, and the whole crew joked that something was following them. Maybe the film wasn't just about ghosts. Maybe it attracted a few. Even Shyamalan joked later that they might have invited something to the set by taking the story too seriously. Number 6. Here's one that'll make you laugh and facepalm at the same time. The soundtrack spoiled the movie. The last track on the Sixth Sense official CD is literally titled Malcolm is Dead. That's the twist! Just printed right there for anyone who bothered to look. Imagine buying the soundtrack before watching the movie and realizing the secret before Bruce Willis did. It's the quietest spoiler in movie history. Even funnier, the label didn't even notice. Fans only caught it after the movie blew up, and it instantly became a cautionary tale in Hollywood. Never name your final track after the ending. Number 7. The film was shot almost entirely in order, from beginning to end. That's rare in Hollywood, but Shyamalan wanted his actors, especially Haley Joel Osment, to grow emotionally with the story. It made every reaction more genuine. By the time they reached the emotional car scene near the end, none of it was acting. They lived through the story. That's why it hits so hard even today. Filming chronologically also helped build the quiet tension, the sense that something was off. The actors themselves began to feel like they were living in a dream, slowly turning into a nightmare. Number 8. And here's the wildest twist outside the script. Bruce Willis didn't even choose this movie. He was forced to do it because of a contract dispute with Disney after another film failed. As part of the deal, the studio said, "Do this one and we'll call it even." Ironically, that punishment turned into one of the best performances of his entire career. Sometimes destiny plays dirty and wins. What's even more ironic is that Willis originally wasn't excited about working with a rookie director, but after reading the twist ending, he changed his mind. He later said, "That script gave me chills. I knew it was special." Number 9. There were deleted scenes that were apparently too horrifying for test audiences. One of them had Cole telling his mom that dead people whisper to him at night until his ears bleed. People were so disturbed that Shyamalan scrapped it completely. He realized the movie didn't need shock value. The quiet sadness was far more haunting. Still, imagine that version. Instant nightmares. A few of those scenes still exist in the archives, and crew members have said watching them felt wrong, like the movie was crossing a line. Shyamalan's restraint is exactly what made The Sixth Sense timeless instead of trashy. Number 10. And here's the biggest twist of all. The Sixth Sense was never supposed to be about ghosts. The first draft was written as a serial killer thriller. Malcolm Crowe, Bruce Willis's character, was originally an FBI profiler chasing a murderer. But somewhere along the way, Shyamalan flipped the whole story. He turned it into a film about loss, grief, and unfinished business instead of blood and violence. That one creative pivot changed movie history forever. He said that once he realized the story was about love, not death, everything fell into place. The monsters became metaphors, and that's what made it unforgettable. Number 11. Bruce Willis had no idea about the twist until halfway through filming. Shyamalan kept it secret from most of the crew, and even Willis admitted later that he didn't fully realize his character was dead until he saw the final cut. He said, "When I watched the finished movie, it hit me just like everyone else." That might explain why his performance feels so distant and lost, because, in a way, he really didn't know. Number 12. Haley Joel Osment's iconic line, "I see dead people," wasn't supposed to be delivered so quietly. The script originally called for him to whisper it nervously, but during one take, he said it calmly, almost matter-of-factly. Shyamalan loved that choice. It made the line haunting instead of dramatic. And just like that, one small instinct turned into one of the most famous lines in movie history. The Sixth Sense isn't just a horror classic. It's a haunted time capsule of strange coincidences, hidden symbols, and fate doing its weird thing behind the scenes. Don't forget to subscribe. More incredible movie stories are on the way.